interview for METAL4 with Arch.
Yes.
So, welcome to ROCKHARZ.
Well, thank you.
You arrived today, earlier?
Earlier, yeah.
Have you been checking out the festival or anything?
A little bit, yeah. Woke up to Sonic playing and shaking the bus. And yeah, I've been checking it out a little bit. Haven't seen them. You know, weather hasn't really been ideal, but so yeah.
Yeah, okay. Are you kind of excited for the show?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Always.
You just released Chaos Legions, and it's been like actually like 4 years in between the albums, right?
Yeah.
Any specific reason for the long delay?
Touring.
What?
Yeah, touring.
Yeah. So touring for 4 years.
Basically, yeah. We did do a few things. I mean, we did an album called The Root of All Evil, which is like a re-recording of stuff from our first 3 albums. And we did that, and there was a DVD. So we had a few things coming out, but in the meantime, yeah, we just kept sort of getting offers from, you know, really interesting places that we, you know, hadn't played before or wanted to return to, and it's just like longer and longer until we finally sort of just sat down and said, okay, well, we got to stop at some point and, you know, get this album in the works. Yeah. So we did, and then yeah, that came out last year.
All right.
Yeah.
So how's the work progress when you're out touring for so long? Does the material like build up?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. So like when we're I mean, we constantly keep on like writing, so there's bits and pieces coming out all the time, and we've now started to sort of put sort of like very rough demos together for the next album. So, you know, it's sort of like slowly progressing. It's just a bit of like sort of like trial and error, just to put a few riffs together and see if it works. Try to, you know. So we'll see what comes out of that.
Yeah, all right. But how's the response for the Chaos Legions?
It's been very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and it seems like, especially now, that's like this is like the second summer that we were out touring for it, and you definitely see that, you know, some of the songs from the album has become like audience, you know, favorites already. So yeah.
All right. Is that something you can sort of try out the first gigs to find out what's the audience favorites, or?
Well, I mean, yeah. Well, it's sort of, yeah. It's like if a song doesn't really sort of work,
yeah,
then you'll notice that after a little while, okay, yeah, we're getting like zero response for it, and yeah, then you drop it because it's no fun playing stuff if people don't like it, you know what I mean? So, but from the songs that we've played from the album so far, but all of them have gone down really well. So yeah.
Well, during the 16-year career, there's been some lineup changes. How do you like think about? Does that help in evolving the band, or?
Yeah, it's sort of like, yeah, absolutely, it does.
Yeah.
Because if a new person comes into the band, will add something to people. Like, for example, now that we have Nick Cordell in the band, a new guitar player, and he's got his writing comes in like from a different and playing that comes in from a slightly different angle. So that adds a new spark of energy to things. So it's positive.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, if we go back to the whole touring, since you've been out touring so much, during the recent promotion for Chaos, you were actually out playing like Japan and Malaysia and Singapore and stuff like that. Which is pretty actually unique. Any special thoughts about your experience going there playing?
Well, in Japan, we've been to
a couple of times.
Quite a lot of times. Yeah, they were actually the first country to sort of embrace the band. So that's sort of where it all started. So yeah, Japan was fantastic. And playing Singapore and Malaysia for the first time, that was cool. We played Philippines for the second time. So it was a good little. I guess like 4th or 5th time we played Australia as well. So
So how's the crowd react when you play places basically that you don't play that often? Is it a different response? Or?
Well, yeah, I think people respond differently in different parts of the world anyway. But also like when you don't get there that often, it's like a few years in between each visit, then of course they'd be a little bit more pumped than if you pass through their town like twice a year. You know.
Right. The band supports like Amnesty and PETA and stuff like that. And specific campaigns regarding the Amnesty International and was it in general?
Yeah, it's just basically in general. And we've last year they came out to a lot of the shows and set up their little booth and to be there to inform people and not forcing anything on people, but if you want information, check this out because these are people that
So you bring along these groups basically to offer.
Exactly. We've done that, and we've also worked with, for example, Djurens Rätt, which is like the animal rights organization in Sweden. We did like a T-shirt that was just sold by them, had at festivals, for example. So you could buy that if you sign up for membership, and it's like 200 more like new members. Basically, it's just like good to sort of spread the words about things that we care about. And we try not to preach, but we've got a pretty good soapbox to stand on, so we should say something, and if it's something that we care about, like why not inform people that, well, this is our view on things. So see for yourself.
Do you think that more bands actually in your kind of position should take advantage of that kind of situation?
I think it depends on like how. I think it's up to each and every band and artist, and it's like how they want to present themselves. For some people, it might not work with their particular image or music or however they express themselves artistically. But if you can, I think it's always good to enlighten people a little bit about put the spotlights on certain things going on in the world.
Okay. All right, that's basically it.
All right.
And any last words for the METAL4 viewers and the ROCKHARZ crowd?
Just we're happy to be here, and but if we're passing through wherever you live, come check us out. We'll be there sooner or later.